Hi guys, I know it's been a really long time since I last uploaded. Things have gotten completely insane. My health, I just wasn't feeling very good, as I said in my community posts. I also moved recently, again. This is probably like the 5th time in the past 6 years that I moved. So like just between that and then like doctor's appointments and then like the moving process, things just got really out of control. And I've been having trouble like really getting back into drawing for videos. I really missed you guys. I really missed the community and just chatting with you guys in the comments and like hearing your suggestions. So don't worry, I'm back. And yes, I did post a community post saying that I was gonna do more Yandere Simulator. I am actually pretty much almost done with it. It'll come out soon, do not worry. But yeah, so right now for this video, I'm just redrawing some old artwork I found on my Photobucket account. And if you're a little bit younger and you don't know what Photobucket is, it doesn't matter anymore. Photobucket is dead. But it used to be an image hosting account where you would like make an account and then put all your pictures and then you would put like the embeddable link into whatever site, whatever forum you wanted to post your picture on. And Photobucket basically murdered itself by deciding, you know what, we're invaluable, you guys need us, so we're gonna charge you for it. And we all responded with like, no, we don't need you. We really don't. And Photobucket's been doubling down on this and like holding people's pictures hostage and stuff. It's really ridiculous, like, it's very embarrassing for them. But anyways, the picture I'm drawing, I think this is my Mew Mew OC from 2005-ish, so it's almost 20 years old. This picture is my self-insert character for Tokyo Mew Mew. Back then, I didn't really know about Tokyo Mew Mew. It was Mew Mew Power to me. I used to watch it on 4Kids, like, religiously. Like, it was my favorite ever, and I eventually found out about the Japanese version, and I watched it subbed. I used to have all the manga from Tokyo Pop, if you could remember that. And like, I was obsessed with the music. I just drew religiously all the characters. Like, Mew Mew Power and Tokyo Mew Mew are probably really what kickstarted me as an artist. Like, I was drawing before, but like, I was really drawing when it came to Tokyo Mew Mew. And like, that's why it's so sad, the news that Mia Ikumi, one of the creators for Tokyo Mew Mew and the artist, has passed away. Like, her artwork really, like, changed me as a person. Like, I mean this 100% genuinely and unironically, that Tokyo Mew Mew probably made me the person who I am today. Like, it rewired my brain. It really shaped me. Like, I remember being a kid, like 11, 12 years old, and I was reading the Tokyo Mew Mew manga and looking at the artwork from Mia Ikumi, and she drew a lot of, like, I guess, ship art of Mint and Zakuro. Like, the series, the manga, the TV show, they both kind of, like, hinted that they were a thing, that they were in love with each other, or at least Mint was definitely in love with Zakuro, but it wasn't like, you know, how Ichigo and Masaya actually got together, you know? It was a very much a, who was the one from Sailor Moon? Haruka and Michiru, right? Like, those two? That was Mint and Zakuro for me. Like, I was obsessed with them. I was also, like, fully in denial that they were a ship at first. Like, I was still obsessed with them, just like as gal pals. Like, you know, like, I was like, oh, they're just gal pals, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna like want them to kiss. I was a very silly kid. I was very dumb. But like, yeah, Mew Mew Power, Tokyo Mew Mew, that was very important to me. And like, it was like my first anime. Like, Pokemon was my first anime in that, like, I watched it first, but in my head, it wasn't an anime. Like, I didn't really understand what anime was yet. And, like, I think a lot of people can kind of relate to this, where, like, you know, your first anime isn't your first anime, you know? Like, it's the first thing you saw that was anime, but it wasn't really, like, the first thing you really got into, and that's what Pokemon was for me. That was my first anime, but Tokyo Mew Mew was my first anime. And it was, like, my first real fandom, too, like, you know, you can like something without you really being in the fandom. I loved The Lion King as a kid, but I wasn't in the Lion King community, if there was one. But with Mew Mew Power, with Tokyo Mew Mew, I was like seeking out friends, and I started making OCs and wanted to show them off. Like, God, I really wanted to be one of those fanime people. Like, those kids who were making, like, MS Paint, like, animations, fake animes of Tokyo Mew Mew. Like, I remember them being really big when I was a kid. Are the kids still doing that? Are they still making fanimes? Because I sure hope so. Those were fun. And, like, I wanted to make, like, my own little fake Tokyo Mew Mew anime and MS Paint and all that. I really never got far with it, though. Like, this is my OCs that I have for Tokyo Mew Mew is just the self-insert, and that's it. I have no, like, team of them. Like, this character, at the time, she was, like, the only one I made. She was my self-insert character of myself. She doesn't even have, like, a fruit name or, like, an endangered species, as far as I know. Like, her name is literally just Mew and then my name. And then, like, her species is some kind of cat, probably, like, a panther, but I don't think I, like, really looked into, like, which endangered species and which colors and all that were available until later on. Like, I was like, okay, I can be black, I can be the black-themed one, and I'll be a cat, too, because I like cats. And I was basically copying Ichigo, but with the black color scheme instead of, like, pink. Later on, I started copying the pink, too. I have a lot of, like, Mew Mew OCs, like, for real. I think I had one that was red and cherry themes, but I can't find art of that one at all. I remember distinctly that I had, in the beginning of high school, a folder, a binder, and it had all of my, like, Magical Girl OCs. One of them was a white Mermaid Melody one, and I think her name was like Shira something, or I don't know. It was white pearl voice though. I remember she was a white themed mermaid. And then I had my Mew Mew OC that I revamped for the 5 millionth time, and I'm pretty sure she was red. But the other ones that I do have artwork for is back when Neopets was big, and before Neopets changed the website and they had the sidebar, I was making Neopets layouts for myself of Tokyo Mew Mew. I had this whole thing, I called it Jam Jam Graphics. I put one of my Neopets there and had like a web page where I showed off my graphics, which was MS Paint, Comic Sans, and glitters. I truly did not know what I was doing. But I had that, and then I had an OC for that one, and I was drawing on the computer at the time, but I didn't have a tablet. And the character was some sort of fox thing. And she had, like, a white tail with, like, stripes. So she was, like, a fox, but with, like, stripes. I don't know. She was, like, a pinky, orangey, peach theme. Like, I think she was... Because I found the artwork. And the artwork that I did in, like, MS Paint, I used the mouse to draw it. And she's wearing a pink cafe uniform. But I'm pretty sure that she was, like, orange, like, peach colored at some point. But yeah, and then, like, I can't really remember what other characters I had because a lot of my artwork, I didn't start drawing on the computer until high school at some point. Like, I was drawing with a mouse at that point, but I ended up getting my first tablet in high school, and then I was drawing on the computer, like, for real. But I don't have a whole lot of artwork from Mew Mew from that period of time. Like, I was, like, you know, I was kind of over Tokyo Mew Mew for a minute, like, not very long. I always come back to Tokyo Mew Mew, but I was like, into Vocaloid at that time. So most of my art from when I first got my tablet is when I was into Vocaloid. But yeah, like, you know, I'm still into, like, Vocaloid, Harvest Moon, all that other stuff that I was drawing art for. But, like, Tokyo Mew Mew holds such a special place in my heart. No matter what my interests become, no matter how much I change, I always find myself coming back to Tokyo Mew Mew. Like, Tokyo Mew Mew is like my baby. I love it. I always come back to it. I'm really excited for the reboot as well. Like, if you don't know, Tokyo Mew Mew is also getting a reboot. Like, we're in the age of reboots right now, and some of them are pretty good. I'm really excited for the Tokyo Mew Mew reboot. The artwork is different. It's based off of Mia Ikumi's art from when she did the sequel. And it's like, it's not based off of a la mode. It's based off of the new sequel that she did a little while ago, called Tokyo Mew Mew Return, and it has like 2 chapters, and you could probably find it on wherever you like read manga scanlations at. But yeah, it's gonna be based off of her new art style, her new designs from that sequel, but it's gonna be retelling the original story, and hopefully it also covers a la mode, because a la mode, the sequel, never got an anime. And it's always been my dream for Mew Berry to be in the anime. Like, I wanted them to make like a sequel movie so bad. That and Mew Ringo, she was like from the PlayStation game that never got translated, never released to America, so it was like really difficult for anyone who didn't speak Japanese to like really get into that. But yeah, like, this video was not just about me like redrawing an old character, but also just a celebration of Tokyo Mew Mew itself. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you want to see me draw more old art, please let me know, because I have so much. But yeah, I hope you guys have a really nice day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a newbie artist, I hope this like encouraged you to keep going, because like my art wasn't always like this. It looked like that when I drew it. Like, I was convinced I was a pro back when I drew it, but whatever. Anyways, I just really am glad to be back to making videos. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.